Okay, this is a video for you guys. If you want to sign up to PrimeXBT and trade commodities and forex and crypto. So Finn is going to explain how to use the exchange and how to get everything set up, and maybe you guys can get rolling with this.
Welcome, Super Scout Bro members. Just thought we'd do a quick run over the PrimeXBT exchange and familiarize ourselves with the interface here. So what we see is the screen once you've created your PrimeXBT account, and the first step initially is you want to deposit some uh, money into your wallet, whether it be through Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, or USDC. Personally, I would stay away from their co-vesting token because even though they give you discounts trading using the co-vesting token, it's still a volatile token. So whether even if you're not in a trade, you can still wake up with more or less money than you initially put in there. Um, so personally, I use USDC and USDT when I'm trading on PrimeXBT, just because it's easier to kind of plan out your trade and see the position size that you're taking. So once you've gone ahead and created your account and you've gone into the deposit section of whatever currency you want to deposit in, you go ahead and make the transfer to your from your wallet, and you can do that through the ERC token, or now they have a BNB Smart Chain as well, which is just recently added. And then once you'll have your deposit in, let's say Tether, it will show you here in your wallet balance in USDT value as well as the US dollar value. And then in order to have your account up and running so you can start trading, you want to move that money from your wallet into your margin trading account. So what you want to do is you'll want to go to this button just below on the right hand corner where it says open new account, and you want to select the currency in which you want to trade. So for the sake of the argument, let's go for USDC, and we'll confirm, and it should pop up just below in the margin trading section. When you're transferring money over to PrimeXBT, ideally you want to transfer in the currency that you want to be trading in. So if you want to be using USDC to trade in, then I would send over USDC. If you want to use Ethereum to trade in, I'd send over Ethereum, just due to the fact that the exchange fees on PrimeXBT are not really ideal, and they end up charging you an arm and a leg just to transfer from one currency over to the other. It's just taking a lot longer than expected for some reason. Let's
So,
go ahead and read
so,
this.
so you're saying to just deposit USD is the best way?
Yeah, just send it in as Tether,
Okay, it's Tether.
and yeah, depending on the time of the day, the network fees are affected. So sometimes you end up paying more than others, but usually it comes across roughly about $15
Mhm.
transaction fees onto PrimeXBT.
Nice.
So you can see below just that account that I just opened in USDC just popped up. I don't know why I was lagging there for a moment, but so let's say you've transferred USDC into your wallet. You'll want to go and click deposit in your margin trading section for the USDC wallet. And then, sorry, you want to go ahead and press the fund button.
Mhm.
For some reason, it seems to think that I have funds already in both Bitcoin and USDC account. So
Mhm.
usually the button here will show fund, and then the money that you have in your wallet, it will show you a number here, and you can either put in the entirety of your the amount inside your wallet or just a portion of it, and then transfer that over, and then it will pop up in your margin trading section under your USDC. So once you've completed that, then you can press the button here, trade, or you can go on the top corner here where it says margin, press the drop down menu button, and you select the currency USDT. The next stage is we come into the trading section where we have all the different pairs from foreign exchange to commodities to indices as well as cryptocurrencies. And the way the PrimeXBT works is they always apply the highest leverage possible. So we'll leave a link attached with the leverage and the trading fees that PrimeXBT offers, so you can remind yourselves whenever necessary.
That's
But
good.
for sake of the argument, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they apply 200x leverage. All forex pairs are automatically 1000x leverage. Commodities are 100x leverage, except for gold and silver, which they apply 500x leverage. And indices are also 100x leverage. So what you want to do initially when you're starting up is you come up with this interface here with the three panels: the markets available, positions, as well as orders. So what I like to do for mine personally is we'll hide that menu. You press the little plus arrow here in the top left-hand corner, and it will come down with a drop-down menu, giving you a series of options where you can customize your screen. And the only thing I like to add is just the chart. And then you click off that, and what you'll do is you'll click and hold, and this will enable you to place this chart wherever you feel comfortable. And you can do the same for any of these boxes for positions, whatever works best for you. For me personally, I like to have positions and orders down at the bottom, and then I like to drag this over so I have the most space available to see the chart. The next step you'll want to do is you'll want to link widget, which is this button here. And what that does is when I click on one of the pairs here, it will automatically pop up the chart on the screen in front of me. You can see right now when I click, nothing actually comes up. But as soon as I link the widget here, I can change that screen automatically. So when it comes to making your first trade, let's say for instance we want to go into take a trade with a forex pair, or like a euro cad for instance. um, the initial thing that you want to do is you'll want to look at the time frame, which is just above. Go to the 1 minute time frame. What you want to look for is the spread, which is these two lines here, the green and the red line. And what that tells you is if the spread is good, the two lines are closer together. That means that if you're taking a long, then your position is going to be filled at the red line. Um, sorry, if you're taking a long, your position is going to be filled at the green line. So you need the red line to cross over the green line in order for your long to become profitable. And the same is applicable for taking a short. So when you take a short, your order gets filled at 1.31979, this red line here will pop up with a dotted red line. And in order for you to break even and become profitable, this green line will need to cross over that dotted red line. So that's why a spread exists, is because it allows PrimeXBT to, even if you're taking a trade, for instance, you hedge your position, it's always going to give you a different price if you take a long and a short at the same time, so that they can make money off of that. And it's so if they never had a spread, for instance, and you took a long and a short, and the price was always the same for both long and short positions, then it would cancel out, and PrimeXBT would make nothing. So that's implemented in order for them to be profitable themselves. And it's also shows the timing of the market in which there is high volume of trading. So the higher volume of trading for a particular pair, such as Euro CAD, you typically see that during the London Open, for instance, or the New York Open. Then you'll tend to see a tighter spread. And that goes to show that there are more traders taking positions in the market, therefore, your order is more likely to be filled um, at the point that you wish, rather than having a very wide spread, such as, let's use Euro Turkish lira as an example. You can see the spread on this pair is absolutely terrible. So you wouldn't want to take a trade on something that has a spread this horrendous solely due to the fact that you take a short here, that's your entry price. You'll need this green line to cross over in order for you to become profitable. So whatever you put in as your initial starting as your initial position size is going to start you off with a big loss, and that's not necessarily ideal. So when taking a trade, you'll want to play with pairs that provide you the tightest spread possible. And in this instance, I would, even if there's a good setup, I wouldn't risk taking the trade just due to the fact that the spread is so horrendous.
Crypto
And
crypto has good spreads, right?
yeah, and let's see, where's Bitcoin? Bitcoin USD. So you can see with Bitcoin, the spread is
Almost.
non-existent
Yeah,
essentially.
it's almost right
It's the
on.
exact same line. So as soon as you get in,
Oh shit, we're pumping.
uh, you become profitable. But then again, you have fees, which I'll need to double check, but I believe in order to break even with the fees that they charge you for Bitcoin, you'll need to make a 0.1% move or a 0.14% move, I believe is the case. And that's the same for Ethereum. Um, and then looking at altcoins, for instance, if we look at Doge, let's say, you can see the spread is also non-existent here. Um, Bitcoin and Ethereum have 200x leverage automatically applied, but for altcoins, I believe it's 5x leverage. I'll need to double check that, but we'll attach the leverage screen that PrimeXBT offers on their website, so you can check whenever you're uncertain. Um, and then in terms of trading and opening our first trade, because this account has no money on it whatsoever, I'm gonna just jump into this contestants area. And if you're ever sort of uncertain about trading on PrimeXBT and you want to take it one step at a time, I would recommend jumping in the contestants area. And that enables you to join in one of these competitions, which gives you awards, prizes, if you're successful and better than the majority of the traders on there. And it shows you the time frame that's left for that competition before it ends, as well as the potential reward that you can earn. So this is one that I've opened just recently. So if we go ahead and jump in here and trade, you can see now that my balance is $7,384. So what this shows us up here is the balance that we currently have in our wallet, the unrealized profit or loss, and then the amount of margin that's used in the trade that you're currently in. And it will also show you the percentage of margin that you have left in your trade. So the way that PrimeXBT works is it's not based on isolated margin. It's when you open a trade, the trade goes against or with the entirety of your margin. So if you open a losing trade, your liquidation point is essentially all the margin you have in your account. You can use that up as your liquidation point. And unfortunately, PrimeXBT doesn't provide um, you the information showing exactly where your liquidation point is. If I were to open a trade and let it run down to minus $7,300, um,
It would.
so you have to kind of figure that out yourself along the way.
So basically, if you're just starting, maybe put a small amount of money in your margin and then just get used to it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what you can do, as Manny said, is you can leave a portion of money in your wallet section and only deposit, say, I don't know, 25% or 50% into your margin account. And that enables you to um, manage your risk essentially in preventing you from losing all the money you put into your account. And when you fully feel comfortable, then at that stage, maybe you feel a little better putting the full amount into your margin accounts and using that to trade. But to start off with, I would say take baby steps. So if we go back here, we want to go ahead and open our first trade. Let's go back to actually we can stick with Euro USD MXN. because I think there was a nice setup there. So we look on the 1 minute to see if the spread is any good. It's not terrible, but it's not the best. So we can still play this. Let's say we want to play a short. You can either buy or sell here. You can see if you were to sell, they give you this point per sell, which is the red line here. And if you were to buy, you would be filled at this point, 20.49482, which is the point just here. And then once you press the button, you can still decide to change your mind with these two buttons. It gives you the option to market or limit, and then as well as your contract size. So the number of contracts you want to take. So because we're in US dollar against the Mexican peso, let's say we want to do 1,000 contracts, and that would equate to a margin impact of 1.3648 USDT. So for every 1% move, you'd be making or losing 1.34045. And then you have the option to place a stop loss or take profit by taking this box. And what you do is, say for instance, you want to put a take profit down at 20.47500. You tick this, we'll put in 20.45, sorry, 47500, and it would show us what our projected profit is in USDT. It would be 73 cents. And the same is applicable for the stop loss in place. So let's say going to put us in a market order sell at this point. So we want to put our stop loss just above at, let's say, 20.49500. And it's going to show if our stop loss is triggered, then we're going to take a loss of 26 cents. You don't necessarily have to place a stop loss or take profit. That's entirely up to you and what your risk management is. Personally, I don't use any stop losses, but that's because I'm constantly looking at the charts. So let's say we want to go ahead and take our first position with no stop loss. We're going to do a market order worth 1,000 contracts. So we press send order, double check, confirm. And the order pops right in here with the positions. And it shows you your current P&L just below. You can see right here on the screen, my order here, 1,000 contracts at 20.49007. So you can see that we started at a loss because the green line has not come into contact with this red dotted line, as you can see. And the further away it moves, the green line moves from this red dotted line, the more negative my position becomes. Because I took a short, I want this green line to cross over the red line. And then you can see, for instance, if I take a long, same position size at a market order, this is my entrance, the green line. Send order, confirm. You can now see that I've opened both long and short. So my positions are both hedged. And what I was saying earlier about if you take a long, you get filled at this price, but the market price is the red line, and vice versa. If you take a short, you get filled at this price, but the market price is this price, and therefore you need the green line to cross over the red. You can see it shows my fill price here and the current price. You can see that the current price is different for the short and the long. Even though it's the same pair that I'm trading, the current price is going to be different because that's how they make money in that sense. And due to the fact that there's a spread, there's less trading volume at this time. So therefore, the spread is not as tight as it usually is. Let's say you want to close your position. All you have to do is just click and hold, and you'll see these three options come up. You have the option to modify your position, which enables you to change your stop loss, your take profit zone. You have the option to close your position, and you can choose how much of the position you want to close. If you want to close 100%, being 1,000 contracts, or 50%, you put in 500 contracts. And then when you're ready, you can close that position, close 500 of 1,000 USD MXN at that price point. You confirm. You can see just there my long has dropped down by half of what it was. Uh, and then you got the option to close buy position. You don't need to worry about this actually. You can leave that. The only two they need to worry about is the modified position and the closed position. So we'll go ahead and close both of these positions. Um, and then if you want to put a limit order in place, you do the same thing. Limit long. Let's say we want to put the limit order at 20.48677. So if the green line drops down to that, then our long will be filled. So we'll put in 20.48677. And we'll put sell, confirm, and you can see that our order pops into that box right there. And you'll see the green dotted line appear with 1,000 contracts. You see the timer symbol. So all we're waiting for is this green line here to come down to that dotted line for our position to be filled. And once that's filled, the red line, which moves in synchronicity with the green line, we need that red line to cross over the green dotted line in order for us to become profitable or just at break even to begin with. And if you don't want to have this order filled and you change your mind, you can just press the X button here and you confirm to cancel your order.
And as you're taking trades, see right here where it says available margin up top. So as you enter trades, that number is going to go down, right? Because your available margin is going to shrink.
Yeah. So let's say, for the sake of it, let's take a big position size.
Hmm.
Let's do 50,000 contracts. So you can see the margin impact is going to be $700. We filled that in as a market order, and you can see because of the spread, I'm already in a $200 loss.
Hmm.
Um, so you'll see now the available margin is 93% left.
Hmm.
$6,722 of available margin for me to use.
Okay.
So um, it essentially shows you here use margin. So what happens is this is what you have left, and when that runs out, it will close your trade automatically if you've used up all $6,500, let's say, for the sake of the argument, and it will leave you with $500 in your account. It will kind of automatically stop you out so that you have enough money to pay for the fees to open and close a trade. But in this instance, when you're trading forex, commodities, indices, the fees are so low that it doesn't really have much of an impact compared to when you're trading crypto. Crypto, the fees are relatively high, um, but that's primarily why I love trading commodities and forex so much, is because the fees are almost non-existent. To open a position, you end up paying 0.01 cents, and the same to close. Whereas with Bitcoin or ETH, for instance, if you were to open a trade with Bitcoin worth, let's say, 1 Bitcoin, uh, the margin impact would be roughly around $150. That would cost you about $20 to open a position and $20 to close. So just to break even, you need to make $40 on your Bitcoin trade. And that's essentially why you have a spread here, because when you jump into a Bitcoin trade, your spread is non-existent. So you're getting filled, and as soon as the price starts moving, you're making profit. So that's why they have the fees implemented, because it essentially works as a spread in some sense, because you need to make the fees back before you're making profit. And when you're trading forex or commodities, you need the spread, the green line, to go over the red line, or the red line to go over the green line, in order for you to become profitable.
Nice.
Any other
No, I think you covered
things you wanted
most.
to mention?
I think you covered most of it. You covered deposits. You covered the trading. You covered how to get in and out of trades. I mean, Yeah, we're always available on Discord if you have any questions. If you guys need help logging in, just shoot us a DM, either King Boo or Bowser, and we will check back with you, and you should be fine. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And we'll leave the PrimeXBT referral link that you guys can use to sign up and get that. I think it's a 7% bonus on your first deposit,
Yep.
just attached in the link below.
And if we run into any other ones like saving on fees and stuff, there's always some that pop up every now and then, right?
Yeah, yeah. Every once in a while, we'll get some other codes that give you 25% discount on trading, and yeah, when you want to trade crypto on PrimeXBT, that's even more beneficial. Um, Even though the fees are already cheaper than other exchanges like Bybit, Binance, KuCoin, uh, just the 25% off is even better. And another thing worth mentioning is, let me see if I can find it. If you go into this section here, then you can see your account status. And essentially what this shows you is, um, this one is in Bitcoin, for instance. But if you go into another one of your accounts, it's not going to show because I don't have any money in Tether, for instance. But we'll just say, show it for the sake of the argument, in Bitcoin. When you've funded your account and you start trading, um, you'll have an account turnover, which you see here, your turnover, and it essentially puts in a certain amount. I believe it's about $100,000 dollars or whatever that would equate to in Bitcoin per trade in fees. And what you need to get up to get a 25% discount on your trading fees is 300 Bitcoin in your turnover. And then if you want to get 50% discount on trading fees, you need to have a turnover of 600 Bitcoin. Um,
And it adds up quick too, because I remember when I had my first account, it was adding up pretty quick if you do regular trading.
yeah, yeah. If you're taking relatively decent position sizes and you're trading cryptocurrency on there, then your turnover will add up very quickly. I remember as well when I first started, I got the 25% discount quite quickly in USDC. I think they make you Um, I think the turnover for USDC has to be about 30 million, if I believe, or 15 million. And then the diamond 50% off is 30 million. Um, so yeah, it's quite quick with cryptocurrency. But when it comes to forex and commodities, because the fees are so low, the turnover takes a lot longer to take you to that 25% discount and then eventually 50%. And another thing worth noting is that you have to be consistently trading. If you leave, if your turnover is sort of halfway there towards that 25% discount, and you leave your PrimeXBT account alone for a month, let's say, your turnover will slowly start dropping back down. So you need to be quite consistent with your trading on that platform.
Oh, awesome.
Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy using the interface using PrimeXBT, and yeah, if you have any questions, you can hit up any of us on the Discord.
All right. Thank you guys.